Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the Thor series Shield Bash Odin figure. Now, this is the first Odin figure we've got in this line. I think there's an All-King Odin coming out later, although preview pics don't make him look much different than this guy. But as you can see here in the packaging, Odin comes with his shield, which looks like it has some pop-out spikes, and his sword, which looks like it folds down or has some kind of gimmick. I was a little disappointed after seeing other figures with a gimmick usually come with one figure scale accessory, and Odin come with two that are very clearly oversized and gimmicky. But oh well. Another little thing is on the back here you can tell there are a lot of paint apps. You can see there's some gold detail on the sword. The shield looks like it was supposed to be a more yellowish gold, and those have both clearly been nixed in favor of the flat gray. I don't really know what that was for. But on the back here, it says, Odin is a fierce and powerful king ruling Asgard with wisdom and defending its borders with legendary force. Behind every word he speaks lies the rumble of cosmic thunder, and in the hand that wields his sword lays the near boundless strength of the mighty Allfather. To challenge him is to immediately know defeat, for all of Asgard will rise to fight alongside him. So, down here you've also got Sword Spike Thor, Invasion Frost Giant, and Battle Hammer Thor. So that being said, despite the oversized gimmicky looking accessories, Odin himself still looks like an awesome figure. Let's pull him out of the packaging. And here we have Odin out of packaging. Now real quick, his giant shield. You just kind of close these spikes in, press this button in the center, they pop out, they can spin. And I'm throwing it off to the side. Don't like these big gimmicky accessories. Speaking of which, the sword pops out like that, and you can fold either side down, and it becomes this kind of, it looks kind of like a claw machine. Once again, I'm really feeling the loss of, I really think he would have, it would have been better if he came with that staff we see him using in the trailer. I don't know the exact name of it. But despite all that, Odin is a solid figure. Let's get a look at his detail real quick. Now that I realize it's not paint error, the armor detail is actually good, as you can see. They did go with a flat silver paint, which is kind of dull, but on the rest of his costume, they've done a much better job. So paint back out here. You see, his cape is not permanently attached. That's not as bad as it was with Thor. It's not constantly falling off because of the way his hair comes down. You can kind of bend it back, and it helps keep the cape on. Plus, it's got a nice little stance, which even makes the cape itself hard to tip over. But as far as Odin's articulation, his arms go up to here, do a full 360. Bend and turn at the elbows, spin at the wrist, do a full 360 at the abdomen, as well as some nice up and down. His head does a surprising full 360, as well as goes up and down. His legs are on a ball joint, out, spin. Legs are double jointed, and he has an ankle joint, although the way his pants come down, it's kind of stiff, but it's still got a pretty decent range of articulation. So, the Marvel Universe, the Marvel Studios Thor line, is running you roughly about $8 a figure. Personally, I'm just buying the movie characters. I'm not buying any of the gimmicky Thor figures. This cape doesn't want to stay on, no. Now I don't know what the difference between this guy and the All-King Odin that it's gonna come out later, closer to the movie, the differences between the two figures are. But he's still a solid figure. I think he's worth the $8 just to have a Odin by your Thor and Loki. And that being said, this is JTrain997. Be prepared to swap out the accessories if you're like me and hate these oversized gimmicky ones. But other than that, a definite pickup, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.